Commander Vec'tor of the Galactic Federation's Music Preservation Society stood at his podium, his 3 tentacles twitching with barely contained frustration. Before him stretched the grand amphitheater of the Universal Music Council, its crystalline acoustics designed to capture every perfect note of the galaxy's finest compositions. Today, however, those same acoustics would broadcast his annoyance to the assembled delegates. Order. I demand order in the council. Vector's primary speaking tentacle wrapped around his ceremonial conductor's baton, threatening to snap it in half. We're here to discuss the most pressing musical crisis our civilization has faced in 3,000 years. The assembled aliens, representing over 50 species and 200 musical traditions, fell silent. Well, mostly silent. Someone in the back was still humming what they claimed was a revolutionary new harmony, but Vector chose to ignore them. Probably those experimental composers from the Crab Nebula. They were always trying to push the boundaries of what counted as music. As you're all aware, Vector continued, his secondary tentacles adjusting his formal robe, we recently made contact with a newly spacefaring species. The humans of Earth. He pronounced humans, like someone describing a particularly suspicious mold growth. Initial cultural exchanges have been concerning. The massive holoscreen behind him displayed a series of Earth music videos. Classical orchestra performances, jazz ensembles, rock concerts, all carefully selected to demonstrate what Vector considered humanity's musical limitations. Their instruments are crude, their harmonies simplistic, and don't get me started on what they call rhythm. It's basically just counting. Vector's color-shifting skin flashed a deep purple of disapproval. By all measurable standards, Earth shouldn't even qualify for Federation membership. Their musical development is barely past the banging rocks together stage. From the front row, a figure stood up. Jack, Jazz Hands, Martinez, Earth's newly appointed musical ambassador, straightened his tie and cleared his throat. Permission to address the council. Vector's tentacles curled in resignation. Recognized. Though I remind the council that allowing humans to speak during formal proceedings is still under debate. Jack flashed his most diplomatic smile. Thanks, Vecchi baby. Mind if I call you Vecchi? Look, I think you're missing the point of Earth music. It's not about perfection, it's about feeling, expression, making people want to move. To demonstrate, Jack broke into an impromptu moonwalk. Several council members recoiled in horror. One elderly delegate from the Silicon Peaks fainted dead away. Please cease your spasmic movements. Vector's skin turned a nauseated green. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Humans approach music with all the subtlety of a supernova. In the back of the chamber, junior analyst Pip Pop watched the exchange with fascination. Unlike most of their colleagues, they found humans intriguing. There was something compelling about their chaotic approach to music. During late-night shifts cataloging Earth's musical archives, Pip Pop had secretly started collecting what humans called playlist examples. Vector was still ranting. The Federation's standards are clear. Member species must demonstrate sophisticated musical understanding. Their compositions must show mathematical precision, philosophical depth, and proper tentacle positioning during performance. But that's just it, Jack interrupted. Earth music isn't about rules. It's about breaking them, creating something new, something that sticks in your head and won't let go. Vector's tentacles went rigid. Sticks in your head? Are you admitting that Earth music has mind control properties? What? No. I mean it's catchy. You know, like. Jack paused, suddenly remembering the Council's strict regulations about unauthorized musical demonstrations. But it was too late. Vector's third tentacle was already activating the chamber's emergency containment protocols. Security. The human admits their species has developed sonic warfare capabilities. Pip Pop, still watching from their observation post, quickly accessed the Earth music database. If humans had really developed musical weapons, there should be evidence in the archives. Their search algorithm scanned for the most frequently repeated, most stuck-in-head compositions in human history. The results were unexpected. Meanwhile, Jack was trying to explain the concept of earworms to an increasingly paranoid council. It's not mind control, it's just, look, haven't you ever heard a tune that you couldn't stop humming? Absolutely not. Vec'tor declared. All properly certified Federation musicians maintain strict control over their harmonic output at all times. That sounds boring as hell, Jack muttered. What was that? I said that sounds swell. Jack forced another diplomatic smile. But maybe if you just gave Earth music a chance. Vector's tentacles waved dismissively. We've reviewed your species' complete musical output. The most sophisticated composition we found was something called Baby Shark, and even that was clearly derivative of earlier aquatic-themed works. Jack's diplomatic smile froze. I'm sorry, what did you just say? In the back of the chamber, Pip-Pop's eyes widened as their search results confirmed Vector's statement. According to the database, Baby Shark was Earth's most universally recognized composition, transcending language, culture, and even species barriers. Its simple structure and repetitive nature had led the Federation's initial analysis to flag it as humanity's greatest musical achievement. Pip-Pop couldn't resist. They had to know what made this composition so special. With a quick neural command, they downloaded the complete Baby Shark archives, including something called a dance remix, to their personal study unit. At the podium, Vec'tor was wrapping up his presentation. Therefore, I move that Earth be classified as a pre-musical civilization and denied full Federation membership until they develop proper appreciation for the higher harmonies. Now hold on just a minute, Jack protested. You can't judge all of Earth's music based on Baby Shark. Our analysis is thorough and our standards are absolute, Vec'tor declared. Unless humanity can demonstrate true musical sophistication within the next solar rotation, Earth will be relegated to provisional status. The only songs permitted in Federation space will be approved classical compositions. You're making a huge mistake, Jack warned. Earth music is more powerful than you realize. Vector's skin rippled with patronizing amusement. Please, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like your primitive melodies could destabilize the entire Federation. In their quiet corner, Pip-Pop pressed play on their first Baby Shark recording. The simple notes filled their personal audiosphere. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Pip-Pop's antenna twitched. Something strange was happening in their neural pathways. The melody was so basic, so repetitive, so infectious. Without realizing it, they started to hum along. The council session ended with Vector's motion passing by a landslide. Earth was officially on musical probation. Jack stormed out of the chamber, already composing strongly worded messages to Earth's cultural ministry. And in corners and corridors throughout the Federation complex, a quiet revolution was beginning. Pip-Pop wasn't the only one who'd accessed the Earth music archives that day. Other junior analysts, curious about the controversial hearing, had also discovered Baby Shark. By the time the council reconvened the next morning, the song had already spread to 3 different species. The Federation had no idea what they'd just unleashed. The first signs of trouble appeared during the morning meditation session. Vec'tor was leading the council in the traditional harmonic breathing exercises when he noticed something odd. Instead of producing the prescribed perfect fifth intervals, several junior delegates were making an unusual do-do sound. Who's responsible for that unauthorized vocalization? Vec'tor demanded, his tentacles bristling with indignation. That's clearly not in the approved morning chorus. One answered directly, but the sound was spreading. In the back rows, a group of Neptunian representatives had started swaying side to side. Their crystalline bodies caught the light in a distinctly non-regulation manner. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Vector's color-shifting skin turned an alarming shade of puce. Stop that immediately. This is a serious breach of musical protocol. But it was too late. The infection had already spread beyond the council chambers. Throughout the Federation's massive headquarters complex, aliens of all species were experiencing an unprecedented musical phenomenon. The simple Earth melody had lodged itself in their neural pathways, refusing to leave. In the Federation's data center, Pip-Pop was having a crisis of conscience. They hadn't meant to cause trouble, they'd just been curious about Earth music. But after sharing the Baby Shark file with a few colleagues, things had quickly spiraled out of control. "Have you heard the new Earth song?" aliens whispered in corridors and break rooms. "It's so primitive, so repetitive, so impossible to stop humming." The Federation's neural networks were flooded with search queries about sharks, their babies, and various family members. The official musical archives, normally dedicated to storing complex symphonies and philosophical tone poems, was straining under the weight of countless Baby Shark remix requests. Jack, Jazz Hands, Martinez couldn't believe his luck. He'd been summoned to an emergency council meeting, expecting another lecture about Earth's musical inadequacies. Instead, he found chaos. "What have you done?" Vec'tor demanded, his tentacles trembling with fury. "This is some kind of musical warfare." Jack leaned back in his chair, fighting to keep a straight face. "I thought you said Earth music was primitive and harmless." "That was before." Vector's voice trailed off as he caught himself humming the dreaded tune. He slapped his primary tentacle across his speech orifice in horror. "Make it stop." "Sorry, Vecchi baby," Jack grinned. "Once Baby Shark gets in your head, there's no getting it out." The situation deteriorated rapidly. Federation productivity dropped by 60% as workers found themselves compulsively performing the shark dance instead of their assigned tasks. The prestigious Galactic Symphony Orchestra's latest performance was ruined when the first chair tentacle harpist suddenly broke into a Baby Shark solo. Pip-Pop, meanwhile, had discovered something even more alarming. They'd started experimenting with the song, creating new versions that incorporated various alien musical traditions. Their latest remix, Baby Shark, Quantum Harmonics Edition, had gone viral on the Federation's neural network. "This is unauthorized musical fusion," Vec'tor declared when he discovered Pip-Pop's work. "You're combining Earth primitiveness with advanced Federation techniques." But Pip-Pop couldn't be stopped. Their remixes spread faster than Federation senses could contain them. Soon, aliens were singing Baby Shark in dozens of languages, adding verses about their own species' family structures. "Mama Blob, do 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 do. Daddy Tentacle, do 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 do. Grandma Crystal, do 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 do." The Federation's attempts to contain the musical contagion grew increasingly desperate. They tried playing classical harmonies at maximum volume. They distributed emergency earplugs. They even attempted to create an anti-shark vaccination using counter melodies. Nothing worked. Jack found himself suddenly promoted to Special Advisor on Terrestrial Musical Phenomena. Federation scientists demanded he explain how humans had developed such a powerful earworm. "That's the beauty of it," Jack told them. "We didn't develop it, it just happened. Earth music isn't about control, it's about fun." "Fun?" Vec'tor spat the word like it was a musical obscenity. "Music is supposed to be serious, mathematical, philosophical." "Oh yeah." Jack pulled up the Federation's neural network on the main display screen. Then explained that. The screen showed security footage from across Federation space. In every sector, aliens were dancing. Senior diplomatic officials were teaching their larvae the shark dance. The Federation's most decorated composer was working on a fugue based on the do-do-do theme. And at the heart of it all was Pip-Pop, whose remix channel now had more subscribers than the official Federation Symphony broadcast. "This is your fault." Vec'tor jabbed an accusatory tentacle at Jack. "You knew this would happen." "Actually, I had no idea," Jack admitted. "I was going to wow you with some Beethoven, maybe throw in some Miles Davis. But hey, the shark works too." Vec'tor slumped in his hover chair, his color fading to a defeated gray. The Federation's musical tradition, thousands of years of careful development, all undone by a simple Earth children's song. "Not undone," Jack corrected. "Enhanced. Look around you. When's the last time you saw so many species making music together?" It was true. Despite Vector's fears, Federation productivity hadn't actually collapsed. Instead, Something unexpected had happened. Aliens who had never interacted before were bonding over their shared baby shark obsession. Trade negotiations were being conducted to the rhythm of do-do-do-do-do-do. Even the notoriously isolationist Silicon Peak species had released their own crystalline arrangement. But just as Vec'tor was beginning to accept the inevitable, Pip-Pop made their most shocking discovery yet. "Sir," they burst into the council chamber, their antenna quivering with excitement. "You won't believe what I found in the Earth Music Archives." "What now?" Vec'tor asked wearily. "Another shark variant." "No, sir, something else, something even more powerful." Pip-Pop's eyes gleamed. "Have you ever heard of something called the Macarena?" Vector's color-shifting skin went completely transparent with fear. The musical revolution was about to enter Phase 2. The emergency meeting of the Universal Music Council was unlike any in Federation history. For one thing, it was being held in what humans called a dance club, complete with spinning light crystals and a DJ booth. For another, most of the delegates were wearing sparkly accessories they'd ordered from Earth's cultural database. Vec'tor stood at his podium, which someone had decorated with glowing stickers of marine life. His attempts to maintain dignity were somewhat undermined by the fact that his tentacles kept automatically doing the shark dance. "We are gathered here today," he announced gravely, "to discuss the terms of our surrender." Jack Martinez lounged in the front row, feet propped up on a speaker. "Surrender seems like a harsh word, Vecchi. I prefer to think of it as a cultural fusion." "You don't understand." Vector's color shifted to emergency crimson. "We've lost control of the situation completely. The Macarena has spread to 17 star systems already." It was true. After Pip-Pop's discovery of Earth's second most infectious melody, the Federation's musical crisis had entered a new phase. Aliens who had just mastered the shark dance were now attempting to move their appendages in entirely new configurations. "Hey Macarena!" echoed through space stations and diplomatic functions. The Federation's medical division reported a new PTICK in repetitive movement injuries as species with non-humanoid anatomies attempted to recreate the dance moves. Pip-Pop, now officially promoted to Director of Terrestrial Musical Integration, had become a cultural icon. Their latest creation, a mashup of Baby Shark and the Macarena performed in zero gravity by a choir of silicon-based life forms, had broken all Federation broadcasting records. The humans planned this, Vec'tor insisted, his secondary tentacle pointing accusingly at Jack. They knew exactly what would happen when we accessed their musical database. Jack held up his hands innocently. "Hey, don't blame me. I didn't even like Baby Shark before all this. But you have to admit, it's brought the Federation together in ways your fancy symphonies never did." He gestured around the chamber. Species that had been diplomatic rivals for centuries were now teaching each other dance moves. The Silicon Peaks delegation was attempting to do the YMCA with the Liquid Methane Collective. Even the notorious quantum harmonics purists had released a cover of "Who Let the Dogs Out?" "But it's spreading beyond music," Vec'tor wailed. "Humans are teaching our young about something called memes. Federation scientists are studying something called TikTok dances. Yesterday, I caught the High Commissioner watching something called Nyan Cat on repeat for 6 hours." "Yeah," Jack nodded sagely. "Earth culture can have that effect on people." Just then, Pip-Pop burst into the chamber, their antenna practically vibrating with excitement. "Ambassador Martinez, you have to help us. We've discovered something in the archives that's causing widespread neural disruption." "What now?" Vec'tor asked weakly. "Please don't say it's the chicken dance." "Worse," Pip-Pop declared. "We found something called Rick Astley." The chamber fell silent. Jack sat up straight, suddenly serious. "You didn't." "We did. The composition, titled Never Gonna Give You Up, has already infected the Federation's main communication channels. We can't send any message without it being interrupted by. Pip-Pop's antenna started swaying. "Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down." "Oh God," Jack buried his face in his hands. "You got rickrolled. The entire Federation got rickrolled." Vector's color had faded to a pale, defeated beige. "What do you want from us? We'll accept Earth's musical sovereignty. We'll establish cultural exchange programs. Just please. No more surprise Astley attacks." Jack stood up, straightening his tie. It was time to be diplomatic again. "Look, what we want is simple. Accept that different species make different kinds of music. Some of it's profound and mathematical. Some of it's just fun. Both kinds have value. But the chaos," Vec'tor protested. "The disruption to our musical order. Sometimes chaos is good," Jack said. "Look what's happened since Baby Shark infected your networks. Trade is up. Diplomatic incidents are down. Even your stock market is booming because someone introduced aliens to something called party rock." It was true. The Federation had changed. In ways, Vec'tor had to admit, that weren't entirely terrible. Species that once communicated only in formal harmonies were now bonding over shared musical experiences. Young aliens were creating fusion genres that combined Earth's catchiness with Federation complexity. "Very well," Vec'tor sighed. His tentacles made one final, involuntary shark dance motion. "Earth is hereby granted full Federation membership, with special recognition for its unique musical contributions." The chamber erupted in cheers. Someone started playing "Celebration" by Kool and the Gang. "Just one thing," Vec'tor added, fixing Jack with a suspicious look. "You've shown us Baby Shark. The Macarena. Rick Astley. Please tell me that's the extent of Earth's musical arsenal." Jack smiled mysteriously. "Well, has anyone told you about this thing called Gangnam Style yet?" Vector's color-shifting skin went completely black. He fainted dead away. Pip-Pop, who had been monitoring Earth's cultural broadcasts, suddenly perked up. "Ambassador Martinez, I've just detected something new entering our networks. Something called TikTok sea shanties." Jack looked up at the chamber's ceiling and laughed. "Oh, you sweet summer aliens. We're just getting started." In the years that followed, the Federation would never be the same. The Universal Music Council was reformed, with Earth gaining a permanent seat and Pip-Pop appointed as the first minister of interstellar pop culture. Vec'tor eventually recovered and even released his own Tentacle Wave Dance Challenge video. And somewhere in the vast expanse of space, on ships and stations and distant colonies, aliens of all species continued to sing, "Baby Shark, do 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 do." It was, as humans would say, a bop.